Oh, man, we love wrestling.
And always have your pet neuter and shovel. Asian Rob Rowdy, you so cray. What? When did people get so lazy when they couldn't say the Z in crazy? Like, what's with the whole cray thing? What the fuck is the deal with it?
Popular culture, that's what's up.
Popular culture is retarded, man.
Oh, well, no one said that wasn't the truth.
Well, I mean,
hey,
yeah.
It's Unitedcypher presents. This is Evan. This is one of the hosts. The other hosts are DeHart.
Hey.
And Shane.
Stuff.
And Stone Cold E.T. Sorry.
He's not here.
He's not here, but I wish he was.
Do we have a license for that?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he has a fucking big license for both of those.
I'm telling you, man.
Big properties.
You gotta watch out, dude. Patent trolls are everywhere.
Well, get on YouTube if you haven't seen it already.
He's stealing my meme.
If you like wrestling promos from the 80s or 90s or 2000s, if you like stupid bullshit pranks, look up YouTube, search for Stone Cold E.T. It's pretty funny.
Oh, brilliant idea. Brilliant idea. So, imagine a radio station where it's like the best wrestling promos of the 70s, 80s, and 90s and today all together in one place.
Yeah, I kind of that's one big thread I started on YouTube or on Facebook.
Why
does
this not happen, man?
I mean,
you just put together like a shoutcast channel of you just like
wrestling
streaming
promos
and announcing like wrestling promos. Like, we got a special request going out at 85 WrestleMania going out to Terry in Austin Town. You know,
Austin Town.
I don't know. You can make up something, dude. I mean, if you're gonna have a fictitious radio station pumping out old fucking wrestling bumpers, I mean, then go
Listen
all
here,
out, dude.
brother. This is Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and you're listening to Unitedcypher's Ultimate Podcast.
I mean, could you
it's
imagine?
nothing but wrestling promos, brother. From dawn till dusk, until I leg drop the Ultimate Warrior in the ring. You've never experienced podcast this great. Hulkamaniacs, get on that right now.
So it could just be that.
Imagine that. Like, your commercials just don't play. They break in like, woo! you know, you got this shit coming in and some guy busts in to tell you about a car he's getting ready to sell. Or, I've got a request coming up for you. It's going out. Johnny's proposing to his fiance again.
Oh yeah, Johnny's gone up a couple times with the proposal, but this time he's got the ring. He's gonna do it in the ring.
Hey, you. Hey, you over there. Fake me. Randy Savage. Are you looking at Miss Elizabeth? Because if you are, I'm going to smash your brains in. Oh, yeah.
See,
He was really-
I'm telling you, this is an opportunity
It's a gold mine.
to reach a whole new demographic. I mean, yeah.
Today, in downtown New Albany, 45,000 screaming wrestling fans infiltrated the headquarters of UnitedCypher.com. They were all riled up about the wrestling promos. Tell us all about it, Don Pardo.
Yay. People are really excited. Look at them with your radio eyes.
5 teeth among the whole crowd.
Radio eyes.
We wouldn't have to worry about it so much. I mean, most of the listenership would be in prisons anyway, so it's not
Right.
like they're going to be able to get out. Like, hey, Warden, can I borrow the car? I mean, you know, it's not going to happen.
I found a correlation in my head while we were talking about why wrestling is popular in small towns. Now, what does almost every small town have? Well, every summer,
Meth.
beginning of a summer, something comes through town.
Weed.
Well, that's always there. Something rolls through town.
And
It
Ted
stops
Litus.
and entertains everybody and then leaves. It is a
Hobo penis.
fair full of carnies.
Oh.
People are grown up to respect carnies and expect them to have some kind of
Wait a minute,
entertainment.
hold on.
The wrestling world is full blown bullshit carny land.
Wait a minute,
That's
hold
why
on,
we're
hold on.
it's so appealing.
There are towns that respect carnies.
Oh, dude, of course
It
they
depends
do.
on how small the
I've
town
seen
is.
several 13-year-old girls walk off into darkened corners with mustache guys wearing Kip Winger shirts all the time. I mean, this
Wow.
was my childhood growing up. Is seeing that kind of behavior. So
I didn't know you were a 13-year-old girl.
Well, no, I've seen 13-year-old
That must have
girls
been
traipse
rough.
off into the darkness. Yeah.
With mustachioed madmen.
Well, yeah, dudes wearing winger shirts, man. I mean, carnies, full-blown carnies. Like,
Oh, man.
You want to ride to tilt the world? Take a ride on my mustache first.
we'll smoke some dirt weed I got from a Mexican fellow in the last town I was in, and then we'll go listen to Winger, my favorite band. All this T-shirt.
Baby, I can
I'll
hook
love
you
this
up with
t-shirt.
all the tickets you could ever want. Tokens
Yeah.
too.
You'll never have want for riding when you're around me, baby.
At some point, all the tickets and the tokens, at the end of the day, they just don't mean anything anymore. They lose their sparkle and papery feel.
Yeah, I can see
And-
this fake relationship 3 years later.
You know, this.
You said you'd give me fame and jewels and a baby, but all you've given me is cheating on every girl you've ever met.
The pink stuffed teddy bears and the ices and all those rides on the scrambler just aren't doing it anymore.
Terribly
for her.
framed, shitty prints of old paintings.
Yeah, she
When
takes
was
off
Beanbag Games.
at the
You know-
grizzled age of 15 and strikes out on her own.
I've just come
Start her
to-
own carnival.
I've just come to the realization that maybe we've got carnies all wrong. Maybe the reason they don't have any teeth isn't because of the meth. It's because they work at a carnival where everything is covered in mounds of sugar.
When you eat
You
elephant
can
ears
get deep,
24 hours a
you
day.
can deep fry anything and coat it in fucking cinnamon sugar, and it's delicious. But at what price?
Or maybe they're camouflaged and very clever vegan cyborgs from the future sent here to regale us with times of old and fatten us up for the slaughter. And then once they finally succeeded in making 100% of America fat, they're just gonna rip off their carny masks and they'll be like perfect like Catherine Zeta-Jones clones underneath all there, and they're just gonna kill us all. That could happen,
You got to be somewhat of an evil genius to invent like deep fried Mountain Dew.
right?
I mean, how do you make something that bad worse?
Hey man, I like that Mountain Dew. You got any man? You think maybe you could get me a popsicle and stick that
Dude.
sucker in a fucking flaming hot ball of grease with Mountain Dew in it?
You know, the first few batches were really tough before they figured out to take it out of the 20-ounce bottle before they dipped it in pancake batter and shoved it in the fryer. Like,
How else are you
oh,
gonna keep
fuck,
the?
Johnny.
How else are you gonna keep the liquid in?
It explodes about 3 minutes into cooking, but after that, it's real good eating.
Actually, I watched one of those, like, it's not like a How Stuff's Made. It's like the more ghetto version of it. The guy's like, well, we start off with regular pancake batter, and then we add in our soda flavor.
Sody.
Yeah, and he's just sitting there, and he's like, over here we're gonna have some Kool-Aid, and this one's gonna be, oh shit, I don't know if that's orange or cheese. He tries to like,
It's orange
It's
cheese.
good, though.
It's both.
It's orange cheese.
dude, another brilliant breakthrough, like Sunny D macaroni.
Mac and cheese, slave. Mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Eat that up. Yeah, I'm glad that derailed because I'm
Ooh.
tired of carnies. What?
Ooh, no, I'm just thinking, cheesecake-aroni. You could sell that to people.
That'll be at the Cheesecake Factory in T-minus now.
I'll have the New York cheesecake-aroni, please. Yeah.
It's like a San Francisco
Does it-
treat from New York.
Does it have like graham
with-
cracker noodles?
yes. Now you're thinking.
Yeah.
I can hear all my
Always
ex-girlfriends swooning from a
You can have it
distance.
cold or hot, however you like, fresh from the oven or chilled.
It would start a
Different
new
strokes
debate.
for
What
different
is?
folks, my
It's
friend.
a dessert, or it's a meal.
It's a savory
Or both.
treat or a delicious sweet.
You ever think about that statement?
What's that?
Different strokes for different folks.
Well, I don't know. Some people
Well,
like
really,
the
are-
stranger.
Some people like the left-handed stranger. Some people like
What
the
else
howdy
could that
do-dats.
possibly be talking about, except for like maybe swimming? Is
I don't
swimming
swim.
was swimming ever so popular in culture that we'd all have this agreed upon saying?
Back
like,
in the
oh,
day-
if you're talking about swimming,
Back in the day, it was common for someone to have a stroke on the regular. So you'd have different kinds of
Different strokes were different.
Sometimes, your stroke could actually make you cool. Like you have a
Okay.
cool guy stroke that makes one half of your face look kind of haggard, so you look like like a rough and tumbling gambler that's shifting about through town. And you're like, what do you want? See, that guy's gonna get laid more than
Yeah.
oh, hello, may I help you, gentleman? See, no one likes that guy.
What
He doesn't
about
have
the guy
enough
where
strokes.
literally like he's only got moving in like the very corner of his face? We're like,
There's a slobber knocker. Sorry, I took it right back to wrestling.
yeah,
But JR didn't have a stroke. He had Bell's palsy, much like myself.
yeah. I don't use the term stroke that much, if at all.
As I'm talking about that one kick-ass song.
stroke me, stroke me.
Yeah.
Even then, I've kind of blocked it out of my mind.
Feel free to flay my nuts with a hunting knife. I really don't care. Because I don't like drinking. Not that much.
Well, that sounds lovely.
No, for real.
And now on to sports.
Actually, what about sports with skeet shooting? The United States now has laser beams, apparently. Got giant freaking laser beams. I'm going to pull that
Yeah.
story up so we have some kind of reference. DeHart, read the headline for
Yeah,
me.
what was it? The Navy was able to like shoot a fucking drone.
Out of the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Now, is the laser disabling technology on it, or is it powerful enough to cut a hole through it?
I don't know, but until we can make these things big enough to have them pop out of a mountaintop in the middle of nowhere, then I don't care.
Well, think about it. Does a laser curve with the curvature of the Earth if you fire it, or does it go straight?
I don't know. We need a big enough laser so we can test it.
See, I want a small enough laser so I can shoot drones out of the sky. That's what I want. I want like a Buck Rogers, you know.
I want a big ass one. I want a laser that has like its own gravity.
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 Gravity goo.
Let's blow up the moon.
God. America's well on its way to blowing up the moon.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's one of the best Mr. Show bits ever.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Mr. Show, then I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You need
you're
to get on that
missing
shit.
out.
Mr.
You're
Showman.
about a decade or two behind, but
Hey, so was I when I first saw it, but you know, I didn't have
Sure,
HBO
yeah.
growing up. And now I have HBO Go, thanks to the interwebs.
Yes.
HBO is still one of the worst like station names ever.
It's
Like,
terrible.
It just looks like hobo.
Hebrew box office, that's what it stands for.
Oh,
That was a David Cross joke right there.
like a hobo though.
So yeah, let's hear the headlines on this, DeHart. Read me the
Oh, that's
byline.
a great rendering right there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's really high quality.
top
So we
notch.
shoot out of the planetarium, and then we blow up a drone.
U.S. Navy blasts drones with ship-mounted laser cannon.
Which looks nothing like a cannon.
Star Wars defense plan for Persian Gulf debut in 2014.
Okay, so Star Wars is something that I believe Reagan was trying to get
Yes,
set
Ronnie
up.
Reagan.
The net of lasers that would stop nuclear missiles from the sky.
He
We're
wanted them
getting
in
it now.
space though.
Well, yeah, he did. That's coming. Obviously, if they can put it on a ship, they can probably definitely put it in space. But then you'd have to have a more powerful laser because of the vacuum of space.
I'm still not totally convinced about that though. I mean, we haven't even gone back to the fucking moon.
Well, some people
Well-
think we never went there to begin with. Those people are
But
idiots.
I
But
mean,
anyway,
yeah. But I mean, still though, you can sit there, you can take a fucking Commodore computer inside of a garbage can and launch a few dudes at a rock back in like the '60s. But we can't get some of these fuckers up there with like billions of dollars worth of funding.
because it's all being spent on military stuff.
If you'd like to read more about people that don't think we've been to the moon, you can download my free ebook. That's on Unitedcypher.com.
Unitedcypher.com. Check it out. DeHart wrote his own book.
Learn the mystery of organizing shit and waste in backyards.
Learn the reason why you never apply to a help wanted ad for a personal secretary in Scottsburg, Indiana. Just don't do it. Just don't do it, because that's where guys like Ralph Renee go to retire, where people probably still think the moon landing was faked, and I don't know, they probably think the Jews run everything.
Yeah, at this point, I think everybody should just concede. It doesn't even really matter if it was real or fake at this point, because we haven't done shit since.
Yep.
It's like it wouldn't matter either way. Like, for the folks that believe we have landed on the moon, why don't we fucking go back? For those that believe we haven't, well, let's prove that we can. Either way, we ain't done squat.
Well, right now, you have to understand that the terrorists are much more
We
important
got
than
fucking
any
Wally
kind of ETs.
on a red rock out in the middle of space going, oh shit, my computer's broke.
But we know, listen
But
here.
I took a selfie in a panorama out here. So that's it. We're launching iPhones on fucking robo-toasters out into space. And, what's the point?
Now,
anymore?
listen here. We don't know if there's ET out there. We got movies that say otherwise, yeah, sure, but movies aren't always the best kind of proof to be
I've
believing
seen
in.
that movie, and I did not find the extra testicle appealing.
I found my third one's always better. Now, listen. We know them terrorists are real. We can see them. We can see them with our
Why don't
eyes.
we launch
They're there.
terrorists into space?
Oh, my God. That's the best idea I've ever heard of.
Seriously.
Just take all terrorists and put them in a boat and send that boat up into
Don't-
space
don't-
like the anti-arc
Don't
and make it
drone
blow up.
people. Don't drone people, and don't waste the lasers on blowing up the drones, because this seems like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, we need the drones to hit with lasers. We need the lasers to hit the drones.
You got your drone on my laser. You
What
got your
if we
lasers
put
on
the
my drone.
lasers on the drones? We would need I don't know.
Tape?
Yeah.
Duct tape.
Just throwing rolls of duct tape and toilet paper. And
Today
shit.
in the news, the U.S. Navy ordered 500 million feet of 200-mile-per-hour tape for
And
their
rocket-powered trebuchets.
lasers on drones. No, that's strictly for the future sport of tomorrow,
Yeah.
Obese Wars, which we
Yes.
already have the patent pending on.
Wars.
Obese
Wars.
trebuchet.
Oh yeah! It's more like
I'm gonna eat you alive, Rip Tendon. You've never met a warrior like me. I weigh 700 pounds, and that's just my heart. My heart aches to see you in pieces, Rip Tips. I'm coming for you. Where's my Mountain Dew? This interview's over.
yeah, that's gonna happen. People will be shot out of cannons because they're so fat they can't walk, and they're like, "This is way better than a hover
Well,
round."
that's how you commute, like in the future.
You know? It's
And-
like jets
and,
and tubes, but way
and,
more splashy.
And Johnny Five will be live tweeting it from Mars.
Yeah, that's right.
Johnny Five is on Facebook.
Johnny Five alive.
Oh man.
I think we're dating ourselves with some of these references here. Let's see, we
Yeah.
brought up Ronald Reagan and Johnny Five in the same podcast. Clearly, this is for people over 30.
Okay.
Clearly.
Yeah.
And yet the intellectual heft of our conversation is clearly built for those of 12 to 18.
You know.
Hey,
Okay, we can make it a little bit smarter. Okay, so let's say we've got our like soda jerkin toaster oven out in space with its fucking iPhone and all this crap floating around. What if it were hauling some sort of weird bacteria and shit? It brought life out to some fucking planet. That shit evolves and then it comes back to see us like space white trash, where it's like, hey dudes, how you doing? Who are you? We're Martians. And it's like everything that we tried to like set out with like Voyager to be like, hey, look, we are the people of Earth. Look how awesome we are. Here's pictures of nudity and classical music and sounds of stuff. You know, we just end up causing the hillbillies of the universe.
You see, what would happen is
Like a mutated pube
Life-
from some redneck rocket guy ends up on the ship, and that's what becomes the essence of life on some other planet.
Space Cletus.
Yes.
what would happen is
Fucking
life would
revolting.
life would evolve around Johnny Five up there, and then he would pass on news of their ancient ancestors on the blue planet.
Yes. They worship the insane clown posse.
Oh, God.
Magnets, how'd that work?
That shit's miracles, yo. Or it could just
And
be
then
magnetic
they
energy.
launch a nuclear dog turd at us and blow us up. Wouldn't that be fitting?
Yep, that's how I see it all ending.
They snuff us.
Yeah, when I
Infinite
think about the
wisdom.
apocalypse, the first thing that pops in my mind is the insane clown
Being
posse.
attacked by planets
I thought you were
overran
gonna
by
say
space
nuclear dog
chimeras.
No, that's like the warm up to the apocalypse. That's before they land and impose their clown-based
Apocalypse.
religion on us.
You just stepped in it.
Imagine
Oh my God.
Imagine a clown-based like cult that the ICP would start. Oh, they already did. It's called Juggalos.
What if killer clowns from outer space was some kind of foretelling
It's
of
a
the
cryptic
future, man?
warning, man.
Because
You don't smoke
Juggalos
enough
are
pot to say man. I'm sorry. I've
we've
revoked
seen
your man
how
card.
this ends.
juggalos are gonna evolve on Mars,
What if they're waiting for their mothership to come back?
filled with all kinds of false information, thanks to Johnny Five, and they're gonna make their way back to Earth with all their clown
Could
technology.
you just imagine a busted like IROC Z-28 with rocket thrusters like flying in? Where are you? I'm from Space Detroit, dog.
Oh God.
We're here for the gathering of the Juggalos.
We go around the planets and beat up bigots, so long as they're not rednecks. And if they're rednecks, then we'll pretend to beat them up. But
Like
then we'll
maybe
secretly
there's
induct them
streams
into our
of
cult.
ionized Fago like propelling the fucking thing forward.
God damn. I'm sorry. Look, I when I was young, I heard
Activate the
ICP. I'm
rap
like, this
drive,
isn't
dog.
half bad. You know, when I was 16.
I've never been one of those people that's had strong feelings one way or the other about clowns until ICP.
Yeah, then it made you hate them.
And I'm like, man, you've just totally ruined whatever hope there was ever like of me being amused by these fuckers.
Yep.
And I'm like, all of them. I'm like, you're revolting. Like, get a job. Like, I'm
Get
I'm
a
not-
job, sir.
You're just jealous because they have one of the most popular indie rap bands ever.
No.
They are
Like,
popular.
if they gave me the choice between that and like doing what I'm doing or anything else, I'd be like, I'll take the
Anything
other
else.
thing. Yes. If that's how I've got to earn fame, then I don't want it,
Let's see.
sir.
Shane, we want you to hang out with ICP for 24 hours or jab this hot poker in your ass. Which will you choose?
Which part of my ass?
The one with the hole.
Oh, well, shit. I mean, it'll heal, right?
Eventually. On behalf of Unitedcypher.com, since it's a website and can't actually talk, this is Evan saying goodbye. Peace out, fools.